Hello YouTube viewers, my name is Orlando Torres. My Muslim name is Abdul Samad. I am the founder of TC Company Entertainment, and today is about my life when I was a child. When my mother was 7, she got pregnant of me. She had me, she was 17. I was premature when I came out. The doctor told moms I was gonna make it. But the love that my moms had and my pops and the grace I made it with the hope and the Holy Spirit. Yes, I am grateful. But this is what I'm gonna say now. This is how life started. When I was 1 year old, I had speech problems. I overcame that. When I hit school, I learned how to talk. I was a problem child. They had me as slow learning, emotional disturbed. I had problems in my head. I got an SSI. Anyways, back to my childhood. Now, beginning. My father was a drug dealer. My mom was young, having a baby. She didn't know how to, whatever, when I came out, but she tried her best. My father was abusive. My father was mentally, physically abusive to my mother. Mother got rid of my father after a long time, and she met this man. My stepfather called from. He treated me like if I was his own. I did not know that my mom was drinking and drinking. I didn't know she was out there. My stepfather was a drunk. He would work me so drunk. My mother would always argue with him and try to change him. But how you could change somebody when you're doing the same thing? When I turned 8 years old, I had brothers and sisters. She had 2 baby fathers. My father wasn't involved. And my step was involved for a couple of years. I had 2 brothers, 1 sister. My mother kept me away from my father. And one day, my mom said, take Orlando for a weekend. I was a problem child. I used to be bad, play with matches. I didn't know better than to play with matches. My father's girlfriend, caught me playing with matches, and she took my hand, turned on the stove, and burned me. I was crying. I didn't know what happened. That was a form of torture. So I went to my mother's house. My mother was gonna whip her ass, but my father so much in love with her girlfriend that it was my side, it was on her side. OMG. Now, when my mother was out there drinking and doing what she had to do for kids, I took place as an 8-year-old boy. I taught my brother how to walk, talk, and I was cooking. And not only that, when they used the bathroom and the Pampers, when they used the bathroom in the Pampers, I used to change all of them, put new Pampers, and took care of my brothers and sisters. I lost my childhood. When I lost my childhood, I became an adult before my time. Every time my mother left me and my brothers and sisters alone, I don't know where she was at. But you know what? I took care of my brothers and sisters. As I got older, I used to stoop and everything. And my mother used to come home and fuck me up and fuck everybody up. My mother's child was referred on to me. She really didn't hit him as much as she hit me, more than her sisters. the while cheating, she was drugging or whatever, and I've been tortured, beat up with bats. I mean, brooms, sticks, pools, umbrellas, wires, everything. And she used to put, back in the days, right, kneel me down for hours. That was a form of torture. My mother had boyfriends. They used to abuse her and fight with her. It wasn't easy for me or my brothers and sisters. And a mother's supposed to protect, I'm supposed to be there. I felt lonely. My father was never there. My mother told me her side, and my father told me his side. It's okay. We used to get tortured, beat up, and everything. And then I felt lonely, and there was times that I wanted to kill. So I used to go in the room and scratch myself and say, God, why I'm here? Why I'm being punished for something that I don't understand. I was just a child, and it wasn't fair to me or my brothers and sisters. Now that I'm older, I used to go through a lot. Always get beat up, suffocated by my mom's boyfriend, and my mother was scared of her boyfriends. I couldn't do nothing about it because I was young and getting abused. So my moms couldn't take it. She used to sit for days. We used to starve. I used to just make whatever it was in the refrigerator, rice, eat rice, eggs, bread. Not only that, we didn't know what was going on. But mom's going crazy. She always said, oh, you look just like your father. You're gonna be nothing like your father. You be in jail or dead. I kept feeling bad and sad, and I don't know why. So my mother put us in foster kids. I was in foster kids with my brothers, and I was bad. Before that, I used to steal a lot of money from my mother. I used to steal money from her friends. I never got caught, but used to get my ass whooped. Not only that, and we went to foster kids. I was a problem child. I was the reader of being bad because that's all I knew. It was drilled to my head that I was nobody, that I'm just a bad little boy, and I believed it. So they separated me and sisters. When they separated us, that's when I was on my own. I left through foster kids and everything. They kept throwing me away, and when they threw me away, I felt depressed. I was lost. I had no father. I had no way to keep me and teach me the road. I was in hospital. The psychiatrist always says Ritalin, Ritalin is to keep the happiness the road, is to keep me drugged up. The psychiatrist thought I was crazy. The social workers thought I was crazy, and I didn't like it. And I did not change. I would always fight and bully other people and get bullied. So when they took me out of the hospital and back to my mom's, I kept getting abused, and it was torture. One day my mother's friend molested me for a while and said, if you tell me I'm gonna kill everybody. So I kept it a secret, but I didn't know any better. Not only that, I was scared for me and my family's life. life. So one day my mom's called and molested me. She called police. Police came and said, why you didn't tell nobody? They asked me 100 times and I got frustrated, violated, and disrespected. But I couldn't do nothing because I was young. So they questioning me. The DA and everybody kept telling me the same thing. And the cop didn't believe me. The cop, did you like it? Did you like it? You know you're a faggot, you liked it. So I said, yes, because I was tired. So they went back to my mother and said, your son's gonna become a homo. That wasn't funny. That even made me more depressed. And I get abused with everything. Hangers across my face, my back, everything. Whips, belts, medals, everything. So my mother went crazy and put us in a group home. I mean a foster care. Out of the foster care, they separated us. When they separated us, I was so from the hospital back, and then I went back. My brother died on 4th of July 1988. My brother was there looking at his brother drowning. My brother couldn't do nothing because he was scared. He didn't really know. You could imagine watching his own drowning, and that tortured him. He's remembered that for life. But he's in a better place. Now, the group was in group homes a lot, and I used to steal and fight. They used to pick on me. And every time that I used to get picked on, I remember when I used to beat up by my own family. And there was I was in a lot of group homes. The last group home I was 16, 17, and they prepare you for got problems, but they prepare you to end up in a living. They teach you how to be responsible in a group. The first time I smoked drugs is Winston Prius, and I seen a commercial that said, don't do drugs if somebody asks you. So when he said, it's good, you're gonna like it, I said no. He peer pressured me. I took a puff, and from there I got addicted. And I took it because I didn't care for myself. And since I went through my past, I said fuck it, I might as well kill myself. Smoking, it was good. And inside, and I started getting hooked on it. Every day I would smoke. When I came into the house, I had sis. And when I poured chops, rice and beans, I wasn't Muslim at that time, and I had salad. I salad dressing and I put it right in, and I missed the plate. The counter and everybody was looking at me. They knew I was high. They said, you high? I said, no. I got punished. And when I got punished, I didn't like it because they took away my privileges. When they took away my privileges, thinking about when I used to get beat up and abused. And there was 3 thieves in the crib and the group home. So when they punished, I couldn't go on recreation. Every week, every Wednesday, it was a house meeting about what's going on, how could we change the way we think and everything. And when they punished me and they didn't give me money, I used to go to the counselor's room and open the window and wait until they go to a trip. Once they left out through the window, and I knew when the petty cash would come in every week, and I knew that the safe was always open. I went through the window and I took all the money, some of the money, and I used to go to my so-called friends and smoke weed and spend all that money on weed and drinking. When they came back, the money was gone. They they blamed the other three, I was like, and they punished me on it. They didn't know who it was. They just knew it wasn't me, but it was other people. Every week I used to steal and go do the same thing and spend my money drinking and drugging. And not only that, when I was sleeping, I caught one of them guys touching me, and when I woke up the next day, I told him, why you did that? He said, oh, because I like you. I said, you violated me. I feel bad. But anyways, I remember what happened to me when I was a little bit like a little kid, and it happened to me again. And I would get bullied in the group home and try to fight. I was scared to fight and all that, but then when I turned 20, I came back to my mother. They gave her $1,000 plus I had money. And every child that the 4 kids she had welfare, food stamps and all that. My mother was talking about me for having certain things, but still, it was supposed to be for us. So sometimes people have kids just to have the actual cash to do their drugs or whatever, and it's okay. So when I came back and I was addicted to it and all that, I came and my mother said, you going out? I said yes, because I used to sell drugs with the Jamaicans. I was in $250 a week. I went to Jimmy Mount. It was nothing, but my record is like this. And my mother said, when you go out, come back. Don't get high. I said, I want to smoke. My mother said, I came in, are you high? I told her. When I told her no, she smacked me. I was so mad that I went to stroke my shoulder down, and I rammed her with my shot against her chest through the fucking wall. And when I died, she was gonna kill me, but my brothers and sisters said, he didn't need to do that, he didn't need to do that. And today, we talk about it, and we laugh about it because we have respect for each other. So I've given my moms $250 and $50 a week. It wasn't good enough. She would always argue with me and say, oh, you gotta follow rules and do what I had to do. But I wasn't happy because I was bottled up, lost my childhood, take care of my brothers and sisters. And not only that, I was just dealing a lot, and I was being a bully, whatever. And from there, my brother was like, he went to the shelter with my sister, and he got an apartment. My niece was already in effect, so when my niece came to life, I was feeling good, you know. My niece is smart. She's doing good. I miss my family. I go see them sometimes, but I don't see them. So my brother, I was with my brother, and my brother said, I'm in the internet all the time looking for a female. And my brother, this is what you do. You get a girl, you get her pregnant, or go to the marry and go to the shelter. Man, that was a good deal. When I did that, I met this girl, her name was Ortiz. I was talking to her for like a week or two. And I told her, take care of you, it's no problem, but you know, we helped each other and she fell in love. And then before she came, I said, yo, we're gonna watch movies, what we're gonna do. I lied. She came and I had to her. OMG, that was beautiful. Then we became together. After 2 months before we got married, my mom's still on that bullshit, and she threw us out at 4 o'clock in the night, in the morning. And I was in the benches, and I said, I was crying, and I said, "Hey, what we gonna do now? We ain't got nowhere to go. That's fucked up." My wife said, "I'm gonna call my mom's." I said, "She don't even like me." She called her mom's, and she allowed us to go in, just not because of me, but because of her. She said, "Save your money, get a apartment." We got the first apartment, and it did not work, and we didn't have enough for nothing. So we left it. We went back to her mother's house, and she said, "Oh, you know, good, Orlando. You're not getting no apartment or nothing. You know, the job." So I said, "Let me marry your daughter." The father said yes. The mother, no, we argued every day about it. So finally, we convinced her mother to sign the papers, just like her father. 24, she was 17. After we got married, we were sheltered. We was going through our stuff, but after like maybe a year, months or whatever, we got eligible. And that's how me and her got the apartment. Her mother said, "You're gonna see, he's no good for you. You're gonna see what happened after apartment." Program. That too. I had certificates, and it was from 2003 to 2000. As soon as I got off of probation, I went back to sleep. I went back to smoke, and I felt bad. And I didn't know really. I was smoking, I didn't care. I went back 3 times, and I got sober for God. What's going on? Take advantage of their own supposed to protect your kids, not abuse them, sexually abuse or molest them. Because that's not right. And if you get offended by what I say, you know where I'm at. I'm in the bees. Remember, you fuck me, you're best. Because what I went through, I didn't have to say it. But if I have a child or a girl's life, I would. And for a father to have intercourse with his daughter or to have intercourse with his sister, members and with their own family is sick. They need to walk. You know why? To me, things to work on, and for the and I feel good, you know why? I admit that I am, but I'm gonna get a job. I look good, I feel good, and people drinking and drugging, they can't tell me shit, because I know what I'm talking about. And if they don't want to change and they want to keep, yes, they're always going to get fucked up. And I mean, they're going to get used and abused. And I'm coming at you strong because you know, I know, when you do bad, you're going to do what you have done. You do good, you live eternal life. Me, Orlando Torres, I do Salon. See, True Company Entertainment knows best. But into the next viewers, thank you.